Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your 11/11 Stargate portal reading. We're going to jump right on in and start by pulling some oracle cards to see what energy is surrounding this reading for you. And the first card we have out is Treasure Island. Let's grab another and see what other energies are surrounding this reading for my Sagittarius collective for their 11/11 Stargate portal reading. And we have full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. You've been having some things going on, Saggies? Because it certainly seems like it. So the two oracle cards that came out with Treasure Island first, it's really sort of focusing on this utopia in your life, right? You think about someone who's been on a very long journey across like a vast sea. Maybe waters have been a little bit choppy. Things could have been a little bit rough. Maybe you've had these intermittent patches of calm and crazy and calm and crazy. But you've been on this journey to get to this absolutely wonderful destination, this treasure island, right? Where you've been through all of these storms and this rough water and, little sprinklings of goodness in between. But you finally make it to this, to your dream, to fulfillment, to happiness, to riches, to wealth, to whatever it is that you envision for your life that's just full of goodness and abundance. We also have that clarified by a personal issue reaches resolution, the full moon in Cancer. So again, sort of going with this theme of having these rough patches that you've been dealing with for some time, that I do believe has to do with sort of your interpersonal relationships. And maybe as we get into the tarot, we'll see if this is more romantic focused or if it's something that maybe has to do with friendships or business relationships, your partnerships that you have with people, or just something that you're feeling about yourself. We'll get to the root of that. But whatever it is that you have been going through, it seems as though now you're sort of on the downswing, right? That you've gotten over the worst of it. And now you're sort of coasting into this calmer water on your way to this treasure island, to this place of sort of emotional, spiritual, physical goodness that you may not have been able to accomplish before because of whatever this is that you've had going on. So let's dive into some tarot and see if we can get a little bit more clarification on what's been going on with you. So starting out with looking at how you can step into this portal that's opening on 11/11. How can my Sagittarius collective step into this energy? And we have the Seven of Swords. So this is interesting because the Seven of Swords is not typically viewed as a very nice card. It doesn't really conjure the warm and fuzzies. It's really sort of viewed as a card of deception or, underhanded things going on. But looking at, sort of the definition and the energy around this, it almost feels as though you have to move a little bit silently. Like this is the Thief in the Night card. And so it feels as though in order for you to take full advantage of the energy that this portal is opening up for you, that you have to sort of move in silence and not include everybody around you on what your plans are. There almost seems to that there was once upon a time some deceptiveness, some sabotage maybe that was happening with the plans that you had, that you were trying to sort of get off the ground, some things that you were trying to put into place. And I feel this need to communicate to you that now is the time for you to move in silence. And we have that clarified by the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So the Five of Pentacles is really about a sense of lack. It's a sense of feeling on the outside looking in, not being included in something. And so it almost feels that there's a sense with you, Sagittarius, that you try to include too many people into your plans, that you wanted them to be a part of it, that you wanted them to know what was going on. Maybe it was because you wanted their support in some way, shape, or form, that you thought that maybe they could be helpful. And it turned out to be absolutely the opposite of that. Sagittarius, it really feels as though every time something was on the horizon for you, that every time there seemed to be an opportunity that was coming up, when you shared it before that opportunity actually happened, it's like everything just went to shit. It's like the opportunity disappeared. You know, like maybe you told someone, oh my God, such and such reached out to me and they want to collaborate on something and I'm so excited. And then that person never followed up. They just sort of fell off the face of the earth, and what you were looking forward to with them never actually came to fruition. So it feels like this overwhelming energy of keeping things to yourself, that you don't have to include everyone in things that you are doing. You're not going to be missing out on support if from people who are not directly involved, if that makes any sense to you. So something that you need to be aware of, something that you need to be awake for, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. And so the Four of Cups is really a card about boredom. It's about refusing offers, not accepting sort of, what's coming your way. And let's see if we can clarify that a little bit, because the message is a little bit muddy. Let's see if we can clarify the Four of Cups in reverse for my Sagittarius collective. And we have the Devil. Okay. All right. So the Devil is really about bad habits. It's about restrictions. It's about being sort of trapped, being chained up. And having this put together with the Four of Cups in reverse, don't just accept anything that comes your way. Don't accept everybody's behavior, right? There's no need to embrace any and everything and everyone. This is not going to serve your highest good. So it almost feels as though something that you need to be aware of is that Spirit is telling you, don't embrace everyone on your path. There are some people out there who may smile in your face and they are absolutely rooting for you to not succeed. So, I think this openness that you had came from a very good place, but it's not a good habit to have where you just involve everybody in what it is that you're doing. And I think that you can tell that so far it has not served you well. So moving in silence may be a better option to take right now. And I think that you are going to have some level of enlightenment, and these challenges that you've had with sort of moving forward and closing the deal on some potential things that have popped up in your life, that those challenges are going to come to an end once you really start, I don't want to say eliminating or blocking out people, but once you start using better discernment as far as who you should involve in what it is that you're doing. So the vibe that you're currently sort of giving out to the universe, we have the Two of Cups and we have the Seven of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a very loving energy, right? It's about partnership. It's about having that deep connection. Sometimes it's, most often it's looked at in the romantic context. I'm not seeing that here. I don't think that this has to do with love in terms of you, or at least in the romantic sense of you sort of being blocked from the things that you want to achieve. But what I do feel like is that, these sort of loving relationships, you're starting to doubt them, right? You're starting to get clarity on who these people are and what they sort of mean to you in the context of achieving your goals, of getting this abundance that you're looking for, because the Seven of Cups is really about illusions, right? And it's about gaining clarity on the options that you have, about the things that you've sort of been contending with, looking at things for what they truly are, because all of these cups were not created equal. And so I think that you're starting to get to that point where you're really looking at the people around you like, what is it that you're doing? What is it that you're offering? Are you getting backhanded compliments from people? As they say, as you sort of share your plans with them or what's on the horizon for you, are you getting, comments like, oh yeah, that sounds good. I mean, that's, crazy and whatnot. I would never do that. But, it seems like it's all right for you. Are you getting that type of vibe from people? So I think that what you're putting out there is a very strong desire to know who's for you and who's not for you. There's this sense of almost like a light bulb coming on at this point that's like, hold up. Every time I share stuff with these people, it always falls apart. Why is that? So I think that your desire to understand what these blockages are and how these people may play a role in it is something that you're looking for answers from the universe. Now, how best to align with sort of the intentions that you want in life, how to align with your goals and manifesting them. We're starting off with the Ace of Cups. So this is a new beginning when it comes to emotions, when it comes to love. So it almost feels as though you are going to be starting a bit of a new cycle where you have much greater discernment about who it is you share things with, who it is that you allow to be close to you. Because quite frankly, Sag, I think that once upon a time, you were a bit of an emotional free-for-all, where it's like you were just trying to give love and consideration to everyone around you, and they may not have necessarily been doing the same. And so we have the Princess of Swords in reverse. Now, this card is really about being steadfast, right? Not being wishy-washy, not sort of coalescing to other people and the things that they want and the things that they demand from you. This is you being very firm on who you give your energy and your information to. Because again, I don't think that all of these people were for you. They may not have. It's interesting because I don't necessarily know that they were against you for any good reason other than the fact that you seem to be on a path that they may have wanted to be on. And that was just not okay for them. And so, they're sending out bad energy while they're smiling in your face, listening to your plans, and secretly hoping that every single one of them fails. And I feel like deep down, you may have picked up on that a little bit from time to time, but it wasn't until you started seeing a pattern of not succeeding that you really started to pay it attention, that you really started to focus on it. So in terms of downloads, in terms of receiving information, how you're going to know that you're on the right track to take advantage of this gateway opening for you, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a card that's really about collaboration. It's about working with people. It's about those sort of relationships that you've had. You're going to start seeing those dropping off. For the people who are not for you, you are going to start seeing them fade. As you keep things to yourself, they're going to be demanding that you share more. And when you get to the point where you say, I'm not comfortable doing that, I do not want to, reveal that just yet. It's still super early. I'll let you know. They're going to be deeply offended at being shut out. And I think you're going to start seeing people fade because of it. We also have the Three of Swords to clarify. So this is disappointment. So I think that, of course, goes hand in hand with this Three of Pentacles in reverse. You're going to start seeing these people sort of fading out. And I think it's going to be a little bit disappointing for you because it's like, but I thought we were friends. I thought we were good. Like, why wouldn't you be happy for me? Why can't you just say, okay, you know what? Yeah, you do your thing. Let me know like how I can be helpful, or, keep me updated, whatever, as things move on. Let me know how it turns out. That's not what you're getting from these people. And I think that it's going to be a little bit disappointing. So keep your eyes out for those people and those feelings of how they sort of react to you moving a little bit differently. Now, in the upcoming months, weeks, months after this portal opens and you step through with this energy, we're going to have the moon that happens for you. So the moon is a card of things being revealed. You think about a dark night and then you have this nice big bright full moon that sort of casts this light on the path in front of you so that you can see things a little more clearly. So I think that once this portal opens and you start moving a little bit differently, you're going to have a greater awareness, right, of the people around you and what they want. And so it's interesting because we here have the moon as, for what's coming up in the next few weeks, the next few months. And we also have this full moon, right, in Cancer, that this personal issue is going to come to a resolution. So over the next few weeks, few months, you're going to start seeing people for who they truly are. And you're going to start weeding them out. This is going to bring resolution to the delays, the challenges, the sabotage that you've been experiencing with some of your goals. And it's going to put you on a path to your treasure island. We have that clarified by the Ace of Swords in reverse. Still moving silently. There's not going to be huge conversations about this between you and whomever else, but it is going to clear the path for you to get what you want. So, Saggies, that's what I have for you. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you on the next one.